If you follow me on my Twitter, you will know that in December 12 and 30 I was in the reunion made by the Transformers Peru Association, in where they made a Rise of the Beast trivia and giveaway. I was very lucky to win that giveaway, and even though I went there just to participate of the event, I returned home with a new figure on my hands, being the Studio Series 86 Blurr. Blurr doesn't need an introduction. Many of you that are seeing this video may already know who this guy is, and I won't actually tell his lore in this video because of that, so we're going into the figure straight right away. For starters, the vehicle mode looks pretty good. It is a futuristic car that seems to use levitation like his method of transport. I said this because on his toy the car doesn't have any wheels, which is kind of weird because his older figures didn't have this feature, they did have wheels. Hasbro even tricked us with the Velocitron's Blurr by adding him fake wheels, even though it was the same Studio Series figure all over again. What I really like about this figure are the paint-ups on his vehicle mode. They are very well done and it is accurate to the original film, but my problem with the paint-ups is mainly on the Autobot insignia here. It is too small. Talking about paint, I want to talk about something in particular of this figure, which are these white plastic accessories and feet. As you know, there was this yellowing controversy and that Hasbro promised to fix it, but actually they didn't. It got me frightened on what if my Studio Series B Soundwave would yellow, until this figure came along. I am not really sure if Blurr's white plastic stuff are vulnerable to yellowing, but it will be a matter of time till I find it out. For accessories storage, you can see here under his bumper that you can store his gun and wielding tool that he used in the original movie. There is a panel here behind what seems to be the car's cockpit, which you can actually lift up and make it seem like it's the passenger seat. It's a very neat thing. For size comparison, here we have the War for Cybertron Airwave, Legacy Bulkhead, and Studio Series No. Alright, his transformation may be a little bit complex, but we're going to go into that part right in this time. So first of all, what you gotta do is take these things off from here. These parts are going to become his arms later. Well, it's technically it's the Transformers arms, so yeah. Now then, detach the feet from these shoulder panels right over here. Move the shoulder so that it clicks into here. Rotate his shoulder, and move these arm appendages right like this. Sometimes it may fall off, but yeah, mine's kinda loose in that part. Do it again right on here. Rotate his arm, and now move the appendages, his appendage. I really don't know what this thing is supposed to be, so I call it like that. It keeps falling off, mine's loose. Alright, so now, first of all, this part is a little bit hard to detach. So first of all, we have to open his feet. No, his legs. This is supposed to be his knees. We have to open them like this. Move this like that. And just untouch both. Put this tail thing, I think it is the car's thing, on his back. Close this in. Move the feet backwards. Do it again right over here. Rinse and repeat. And for the last part, we move this part of his head off, right, like this. Move this panel down. And we have to attach this part on his back, and there it is. We have to put his weapon so that his appendages doesn't fall off. It works like this. Yes. Studio Series 86 Blurr. Here we go, his road mode is here, and let me tell you, even though most of the deluxes of the Studio Series 86 line are mediocre, this guy right here can be an exception. First of all, the sculpture on this figure right here is absolutely well done. It makes a good job on representing the character from the movie, and what I like about this figure is that it has light piping, which I think is really cool. The figure sadly has an integrated backpack, and this is the worst part of the figure. His back is completely hollow, and you can see here that the mushroom peg right here on his waist swivel is too big, which means that if you want to use his waist swivel or move it, it will most probably fall off. And talking about things that fall off, these appendages right here on his arms are pretty loose. It's very annoying because you'll have to use his accessories to prevent those things from getting out of their position. Moving on from those flaws on this figure and talking about the waist swivel, let's see this guy's articulation, shall we? Right here in his head is on what it seems to be like a mushroom peg. His shoulders can move and rotate, but I will tell you to take precaution with how you move his shoulder, because if we extend this part right here, you will see that the joints of his shoulder are on a piece of soft plastic, so if you put too much force on it, you can actually break it. Looking up here, his arms are on a mushroom peg and has hinge joints. I refuse to move his waist swivel. He got some decent movement on his legs, and his feet has some pivots. The figure does good on its posability, and it gives you the ease of being able to do various poses. Size comparison here, Studio Series Ratchet and Studio Series Megatron. Blurr's figure does a great job on representing the character, but the amount of flaws and errors that this figure has doesn't make it worth of being $20 at all, even though I got this for free. I would recommend buying this figure if you want the original cast of the movie, and if you don't have that urge on completing the Autobot team, there are always more options like the Shattered Glass or Velocitron versions, which in my opinion I think they are way cooler and better than the base figure itself. Before I go, I want to thank the Peruvian Transformers Association as well as all of its staff and admins for doing the fan reunion on last December. I got a great time showing off my collection and seeing other collectors participating from the event. It was really cool. And I want to thank Black Convoy, Renation Trade and all the other group admins for having a giveaway available on that day. As I said, it was really good and fun participating on there, and I hope you can make another reunion this year, maybe for the release of the next movie. Remember, don't forget to subscribe and leave a like if you like this video. Remember to have some comments, follow me on my social media. This is Bot Review, and we'll see you again soon.